So hi, we are at SCGCC 2018 again, day 2, and we are with Martin Augusta from XM Studios, and he's going to show us around some of his sculptures. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, so in terms of storytelling, right?
Yes.
You guys have all of your work has an interesting base that tells a story.
Correct.
So can you walk us through how you go about it?
Okay,
and,
okay.
Tell us what sort of storytelling you do.
Sure. As usual in XM, right, we always try to incorporate a little bit of, like what you say, storytelling. So let's say in this case, the Dark Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
She is trying to show off her power. Then, as you can see, the base is some sort of like a volcano rock.
Yeah.
That means it's like a lava setting where the phoenix bird just burst out of this volcano. It's like some sort of eruption.
Oh, okay.
Basically, she's showing her power, she's showing who's her boss, and she's showing the attitude.
Yeah.
Something like that. And we also have like 3 different heads. One is the calm head, second is the evil smile head, and then the third one is like fully on fire. That means we can have 3 different modes also, like power down, power up, and then rage.
Nice.
So all these 3 might take a little bit of different story to tell. So that's one of the thing that we do also. And maybe other piece like which one that has storytelling? Let me check. Let's say this Spider-Man, although it looks slightly to the back, right?
Yeah.
But you can tell that there's actually 3 different villain element in here.
Yeah.
First is the Green Goblin, then second is Dr. Octopus, then third one is Sandman, correct. That means maybe Spider-Man is in trouble, because he's being chased after by all these 3
villains. Yeah.
And it's also like homage to all the previous statue we did before, right? Like this Dr. Octopus, you see the tentacle is exactly the same. That means it blends in.
Yeah.
They are part of the same universe.
So there's a continuity.
Same story, correct?
Yeah,
Yes,
nice.
something like that. And that's more of it about storytelling.
Okay. So which one of these statues do you think had a lot of changes from the concept stage all the way to the finished piece?
Okay.
Because of multiple factors that come into the picture. Not many collectors know about that. So can you delve some information into that?
Yeah, sure. Maybe I can walk you through the Star Wars section.
Super.
That's one. Okay. This is one statue that I did.
Okay.
The first Star Wars statue for XM Studios. So this one had a slightly different concept that we did before, where he's basically fighting another character in Star Wars universe, another bounty hunter. But then again, after this discussing with the licensor, right, probably the idea doesn't work so much because they don't really fight with other bounty hunter, right? So that means we have to change.
Yeah.
So there are cases in the industry where things have to change because of the licensor. Sometimes because we want to make it better. And so this is one of the cases.
Don't touch your things. That's all.
All right. So this is one of it, the case of example. And then also about the accuracy, because Star Wars is a very accurate license that we need to follow. That means all the scratches, all the dents, down to all the screw, small details need to be approved. So we need to go back and forth and to make sure that basically what we have here is what you see in the movie. Something like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can you give us some information in terms of the engineering aspect that goes into some of these statues?
Okay.
You have a design in mind, say you have the concept, then you start making the sculpture, but then you have to break it down into pieces. It gets a lot more complicated than the piece that's here.
Yes.
Right? So is there a piece you can show us?
Yeah, sure.
That had a lot of engineering and problem solving in it.
Engineering. Transformers is one of the pieces that of course need a lot of engineering.
Yeah.
But I need to say that our 3D printer, right, did a very good job on splitting all the small parts.
Places.
But as an artist, right, we need to make sure that everything is solid, everything is watertight. There means no hole, so when they are printing, right, there's no open edges.
Yeah.
Then everything needs to be filled as
Okay.
as solid as possible, basically.
Okay.
Then the 3D printer can come and then do the proper cutting. Of course, also we have switch out, right? So we need to take care about which area need to be cut to accommodate of the switch out.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Like let's say, for example, this Megatron, right?
Yeah.
The gun itself, right? It can match two different hand posts, something like that. So that means the pack need to follow exactly the shape of the two different we call it posts of the arm.
Oh yeah.
And then when you have a light up, let's say, you need to make sure that there's enough room to put in the battery and then the LED.
Eric, yeah.
Yes. And the third thing is to make sure that the seam is not very noticeable.
Exactly.
Like you can see, right, most of our stuff, probably you don't see much
don't
of the
see
seams.
Yeah.
It's because we make sure that when there's a seam, it's actually probably a clothing seams or maybe an armor to cover it up. That means when you display the whole thing, right, you don't see any gaps. So those are the things that we need to.
Look
Some of the
into.
things actually, yeah. There's a lot of things that need to be taken care of, even before you're printing, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes currently what we are doing is we are color code every single piece that we want to split.
Yeah.
So the 3D printers will know what they are looking at and which part is the switch out. So that way when we send, right, they know exactly which part to be separated. Because not only when you assemble, when you paint also there will be some difficulties, you know, right?
It
When
has to
everything is
match.
attached together, probably difficult to differentiate the paint.
Yeah. True.
Yep, something like that.
Okay.
Anything else?
So you collaborate with a lot of artists, right?
Yes.
So how does everything come together seamlessly there also?
Okay.
Because you need to have that one statue that screams XM Studios,
Yes.
but I mean, it has to look like XM Studios.
Of course, of
But
course.
there are so many artists that you guys constantly collaborate with and make opportunities happen for them at the same time.
Yeah.
So how is it? How is that process like? The kind of
Okay.
people you've met,
Yeah.
and how do you communicate everything? You know?
All right. Maybe
It's
I
a
bring
hard
you
process.
to
How do you-
So to explain it, maybe I bring you to the David Finch because
Super.
there is the most artists we have working for one project, and I
Okay.
think it can show you better how we do like the collaboration.
Sure.
Okay, so it's a bit further back, but this is the Finch project. So we have 6 artists working on this, and 3 we have in-house, including me, and then 3 others are freelancers. There is from Brazil and Argentina, I believe. So when working with so many people, right, and then if you see closely, all the things are interconnecting to each other. So we need to make sure that no pieces are like eating to each other or clashing. Like I said, there's a lot of areas where they are touching. What I did last time was I created a mock-up.
Yeah.
So the base poses and the composition is all finished,
Okay.
but they are not the character yet. They are just the pose mock-up for the artist to work with. So what we did is we just send those individual poses to each artist.
Okay.
That means they can translate that model into their own character, either Joker, Man-Bat, Clayface or whatever. Then they will give me back the file. Then I can do some correction on it.
Okay.
Of course, because the time zone are always different, right? We work in it's like managing software online that I can keep on commenting and they can keep on giving me the feedback. The
Nice.
updates.
Updates.
That means everyone can see, then everyone can give some comments how to improve things.
So there's constant progress.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. Working with a lot of people, of course, there's a lot of different styles as well, right?
Yeah.
Then it's my job as art director to like some sort of
Bring it all
combine them
together.
together, and make them look like they belong to the same universe. In this case, example, it's Batman.
Yeah.
Some things like that. But overall, it's like the most pleasant experience that I had so far.
Okay.
Working with a lot of artists, some of them that I know very close, and then overall it's just like a good collaboration with them.
Nice.
And
Lovely.
yeah, I'm very happy and proud of what we achieved now.
Okay. So we haven't touched upon the Shogun Batman. Shall we
Sure,
go-
sure. Explain what.
Okay, what makes this statue different from the others? What other aspects came into the picture?
Yeah. So first of all is this is a Batman creative license that DC gave us.
Okay.
That means it's not just a plain Batman. It's just like a normal Batman, but we added a backstory where Batman is actually in the Japanese samurai era,
Mhm.
but not those traditional also, because as you can see he has a lot of gadgets and he has a lot of details.
Yeah.
Some are robotic, some little bit of traditional touch like the katana, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a nice blend between the samurai and also futuristic, because Batman has a lot of gadgets, right?
He always has gadgets. Yeah.
Correct. That means we also find that Japanese culture is actually quite cool. All the samurai, geisha, and whatever.
So
in the-
different from everyone else in the world. That they
Yeah,
have
yeah,
they have a style. Yeah.
It's a little bit of there's more creative behind it actually. Then Hive Studio also did a good job on designing this.
Okay.
They
They do most of your concept art, right?
Correct. They
Yeah.
do, and also HMO who
wow.
help us in the beginning.
Yeah.
So what we have here is, I think, something very unique that. Yeah, I think it's one of the very unique Batman pieces that you can
Yeah,
find.
it definitely looks.
Yeah, and if you can see, right, there's
Yeah.
a lot of detail and love put into this piece.
This hard surface.
Hard surface.
Thing, yeah.
Beautifully done by the modeler Marco Pluck, and
Okay.
painted by our creative director Seng.
Yeah.
So he spent a lot of time painting this. As you can see, there's a lot of detail in the paints as well. So detailed sculpt and detailed paint all blends in together, creating this what you see in here. Also, there will be a lot of switch out pieces in here.
Whoa.
So-
Okay. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, this is the second head.
Okay.
The first one you already see yesterday, I guess.
Yeah.
Then there will be the third one, which is a normal Batman head. There will be more switch out like the chest and the arm, but you'll see more in the coming days, I guess.
Okay.
We don't want to spoil,
Yeah, of course.
so you'll see more soon.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a little bit of this. Oh, and you see a little bit of Joker also on the base.
Joker in the base. Yeah. Back to that storytelling.
Yeah, because the story is like he's charging into the castle of a Joker,
Yeah.
wearing heavy armor, and then you see a little bit of Joker as a statue. That means, probably like
He's been attacked as
He's
well in
been-
the process.
correct,
Yeah.
something like that. And you see like some Joker elements there, like the purple, the green, and then the red makeup on the face.
Yeah.
I think it just tell a story and adds up to the whole piece.
Oh,
Yeah.
super. So I think we came full circle with this
Yeah.
interview. So I'm gonna stop right here. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks. I hope you
And
enjoy the rest of the show.
We love the show, and we can't wait to see much more.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Come again next year.
Of course. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.